Welcome to the first ever tier list with Meg. It's a U.S. National Parks tier list maker. We're doing a tier list, except it's for national parks, because Megan and I love national parks, and we also were just at one, and actually two of them. And we figured this would be a good way to talk about vacation and also do a tier list all at once. There's so many fucking national parks, and we've not been to all of them, not even close.
Not even close.
We're actually going to do... Megan wants to do 2 separate tier lists. So I'm going to do mine now. We're going to talk while we do it. And then at the end, I'll show you guys Megan's.
Okay, cool.
Megan and I have one very specific one we have to start with before we go to the 2 that we just got back doing on vacation. You ready? Do you know what it is?
Okay, we have... No.
Indiana Dunes National Park.
Do you know what?
What? Have you not been to
never
Indiana Dunes National Park? What the fuck?
No.
It's the only park we have.
And I haven't been there since, it was just recently named a national park, and I've never been there.
I was there before it was a national park. I was into Arcade Fire before they were cool.
That counts. But no, I've never been there.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. Not an incredible on the list.
I changed my F tier to NA, so that if I want to put... I guess we don't have to put them anyway.
Haven't been there? Honestly, yeah. I'm just gonna not put them up if they haven't been there. Oh shit.
Okay, fair enough.
I fucked up the whole thing. There we go. All right. So we're gonna do it
up already.
Megan and I this last week were actually at 2 different national parks, Zion and Bryce Canyon. Meg, how do you feel about Zion? Where would you put it?
It's an S tier park.
It's definitely an S tier park. It's one of the coolest parks
an S tier park.
Of all time. I did not expect for it to be so cool, but Zion was really incredible. Also, before we actually get anywhere, we should probably say all national parks are good parks. You know?
Yes.
Big fan of national parks.
Very good. Well, I don't think anything is going to get lower than a B for me.
Oh, I'm going to use all 5. What do you... I'm going to use all 5, but I'm not going to...
I have to use all 5?
You can do whatever you want. I'm just going to use all 5 so that I can actually delineate the differences in...
Okay, you're right. That's the right thing to do.
No, you can do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Absolutely whatever you want. Megan, what do we love so much about Zion? We were just there for the first time each. What do we love about it?
Zion is one of those parks that you walk into and the scale is just enormous. And I think that's what I think that's one of the coolest things about national parks to me, is you get to go to these places that are just so unlike somewhere you've been before, at least in my experience.
They feel like the best ones feel like true wonders of the world. Yeah.
And they're like, you tiny human, this giant valley, welcome to feeling like you are a minuscule tiny little...
Yeah. Reinhardt doesn't know any of these, so I'm going to put them all at F. There you go. We're going to have lots of them we have not been to. Peapod says I've only been to Big Bend, one that I've not been on. I've
not been there either, yeah.
Where would you put it? Speaking of Zion being incredible and the coolest fucking place of all time, I'm going to put it at S tier as well.
Yeah.
Yosemite, I mean. Sorry, I did not clarify.
Oh.
Yosemite is one of my favorite
Me too.
parks. It is the coolest fucking place. And similar to Zion, you're in the park and you're just looking straight up the whole time.
Those are the 2 that I think have the most, where you're just oh
Lord.
Heroes howling, hold
on. Judges reading some Viking books. Incredible. The Truth About Melody Brown. I've not heard of that.
Okay.
Chad, have you been to any national parks? All right. So the other one we went to was Bryce Canyon. I said we would take 15 minutes to do this, and if we don't go quickly here, I'm just gonna fire from the hip, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna start working on mine.
Yeah, you do yours. Bryce Canyon is cool. The park is all basically at the top of a little canyon, the Bryce Canyon. It's got incredible rock formations. It's a little bit, I'm not gonna put it at S tier because it's a little bit one-dimensional, it's not. I really wish I could have hiked down into it, but it's also you drive in Bryce Canyon and it's incredible view, incredible view. It's all at the top of something looking down. Yeah, it's cool. Probably not gonna put it S tier. All right, what else we got here? I'm going to put everything on F tier real quick just to make sure. No, that's probably not smart. I've been to Badlands. I've been to...
You've been to Badlands?
I have. There's so many. Capitol Reef, Carlsbad Caverns, Channel Islands. I don't know where any of these are. Congaree, Crater Lake. I know where that one is. Cuyahoga Valley, Death Valley. Denali, that's Alaska. Can we agree that Gateway Arch is the only F tier? Because why is it even a national park?
I literally just put it on F tier.
Did you go to Gateway Arch?
I've like been close to it.
Oh, right here. Oh, it's St. Louis? Oh,
it's St.
dude,
Louis.
F tier.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry to all the... Why isn't it a national park? You're right. It's half of a McDonald's arch. Truly.
It's big, but like it's not a national park. Like
yeah. Hot
national
take, by the way.
Parks are like wild spaces.
I mean, it is
opinion.
a national park, but yeah, I hear what you mean.
And
hot take, by the way. Yellowstone, B tier.
That's where I have it too.
It has a great diversity of things, but most of those things are like bubbling pools of hot water, shooting spouts of hot water, occasional bison. It's got some cool stuff, but Badlands is actually kind of similar. I might put that at B2. To be clear, it's all better than the Indiana Dunes National Park, which probably should also be an F, but it's fun. Arches. Megan and I went to Arches a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little into focused art, I guess.
I'm trying to go fast, and I need to.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I'm trying to.
G. Hafford went to Carlsbad Caverns. It's in southern New Mexico. Okay. All caves. Captain Beard says Dry Tortugas is pretty cool. I camped there on a fishing trip last year. Also, hi, Captain Beard. How's it going? Here's the real question. Dry Tortugas is not a place that they go in Pirates of the Caribbean? No? No, that's regular Tortuga? Okay.
I don't think so.
That's regular Tortuga? Okay. Turns out that's just regular Tortuga. All right.
We still have so many national parks to go to.
We do. We have a lot to visit. I've not been to Everglades. I would like to be there. Gates of the Arctic. I think that's Alaska. I can't really see.
That is
Glacier
Alaska.
Bay, Alaska.
Yeah.
Glacier. We've been there.
Have you been to Glacier Bay? I've been to Glacier Bay.
I don't know Glacier Bay. No. I don't think so.
I didn't know when you went to Alaska with your family. If you guys
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. Get that productivity done.
Glacier Bay.
I could show you some great national parks near me. Great national parks near me. We'll be right there, Duke, honestly. Duke, how you been, by the way? We'll be right there. Mikey says, I've been to the Great Sand Dunes, too. It's incredible. So is that the one that's like, is that... Oh, it's technically Colorado. Holy shit. Okay. Where did you put Glacier? Did you put it up there yet, Meg?
Yeah.
Where'd you put it?
Well, I'm really struggling. I have 4
Okay.
S tier, 5 A tier, 3 B, 2 C, 1 F.
So you have a lot of really good ones. So we have to get across on the two things we need to get across at the start of this, I think. My personal take. We have been very blessed to get to a lot of national parks. However, we're still gonna not have answers for a whole ton of them. So we're just gonna leave them off. 2, all parks are good parks. It's like dogs.
So
there's no bad dog here.
If I was being fair, it looks like on my 2, 3, 4,
Grand
5,
Canyon is S tier.
I've been to 15
Oh, cool.
national parks.
I'll have
so
to see
that
how
would
many I've
be
been to.
3 in a row.
I think Teton is A compared to B, but that's because I'm a sucker for mountains, you know? I think this is going to be like very reflective of like mountains are going to get really rated highly for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's incredible, Micah. Duke says, I've been stressed about to move into the house, but it's so much to do. Oh, no. Oh, no. Matt wants to get to some national parks that are not in Indiana because Indiana sucks. Hey, listen, I'm happy to be back in Indiana today. I like this place.
I'm happy we have a national park now, too.
True. We have one thing, finally. So let's see here. I put Glacier at A, because it's got a lot of mountains. It also, unfortunately, is kind of just like one big long drive. Some of the parks are just like one road. Megan is so focused over there.
I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should.
What are you debating? Great Smoky
I just
Mountains.
don't.
A tier. Joshua Tree. Honestly, I think I was not on enough acid to be wowed by Joshua Tree. I'm gonna put it C. I think I would rather spend a weekend at Indiana Dunes than I would at Joshua Tree. I feel like Florida state parks are better than Florida national parks. What do you guys have for a national? Everglades, Dry Tortugas. What else?
What's the one that I wanted to try to go to while we were there?
I've been to Kings Canyon. Unfortunately, Kings Canyon is kind of a C tier. It's the one that's like off the coast.
Yeah.
Kings Canyon's cool, I guess. I don't know. We'll put it C tier. The other shit. Oh my God, Lassen. Oh man, I don't know if I actually entered this national park at Lassen. Fuck. Did you do the Mammoth Cave, Meg, in Kentucky?
I was pretty young.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
I'm gonna put it at B.
cool.
It's a lot. It's very different than the other types of parks. All right, I won't ask you any more questions. You just do your work. You got this. I believe in you.
I think I'm ready. I only put
Okay,
one
I still
in
got a couple
F,
to go.
and then the rest are A's and I made
Been
A
to
and B
Sequoia.
heavy. It's kind of a bell
Sequoia's
curve.
cool. I don't remember if I've not been to Redwood. Rocky Mountain, which Megan will talk about here soon, I think. What else we got? Wrangell St. Elias in Alaska. Wind Cave in South Dakota. Sims music is truly elevator music.
How's
here.
it treating you?
I think I got all mine on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 13. I'm at 17. How many did you have?
15.
It's not a competition, but I did win. I just want to point that out. I think that's everything.
I
don't remember if I've been to Redwood.
I don't think I've been to actual Redwood. I've been to the Redwood trees, but I don't.
Yeah, I think
I've
Redwood.
been
Let me
to
take a
Redwood.
look. Redwood. I've been to Sequoia, but I've not been to Redwood.
I don't think I've been to Sequoia either.
I went there with my mom. It's very north, Redwood.
Oh, well,
it's super
I
northern.
think maybe I have been to Sequoia, but I was like 6. So I'm
You can
just
still
gonna
count
leave
it
it
if you
off.
want. Yeah, Redwood's
Well, I
so
don't-
northern California. It's in Jefferson,
Sequoia's
California.
close to Yosemite, right?
Sequoia is relatively close to Yosemite. It is probably one of the closer drives from Yosemite, yeah.
Is it where you can see where a tree went underneath the car?
It used to do that, but a car went underneath the tree. But I think that's there, but it no longer exists that way. Duke says if you can't remember it, it can't be that good. Sequoia is
Well,
like
I'm gonna leave it off. I don't
you
remember.
drive in, there's like a small walking loop, enormous sequoias, and that's it. My mom fucking loved it though. We have a picture
Did
of
you
my
walk?
mom.
Do you have to walk down a hill to get to the walking loop?
I don't know. I'm gonna find this picture of
Listen.
my mom.
I just remember being 6 and my brother having to carry me out on his back because I didn't want to walk up the hill.
We took a trip to a bunch of national parks with my mom, my stepdad, and my sister. Pretty short amount of time before my stepdad passed, and he was car sick the entire time. This picture is gonna be a long ways back. Sorry, I'm scrolling. He was really sick and got cancer wise, and he got really car sick all the time. That was a bit of a bummer. Here's a picture. Okay, here's a picture of mom digestion. Shit. Mom digestion. I'm gonna go full screen. At Sequoia, it's all a tree. There's mom digestion. This is the most awkward angle for a photo of all time. Mom digestion down there. Shit. She freaking loved it. Big trees. I've not been to Washington State, Hafford. Other than briefly in Seattle. But yeah. All right. Cool. I think that's it for me. So do you want to go through our list? See a
Yeah,
peapod?
I do.
Your mom's a tree.
Do
My
you
mom's a
need me-
tree pog. Let me.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Share
Let's go
with
for
you?
it. Go ahead and share, and I'll pull it up.
Let's see.
Kleiber released some new art in Discord. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. Meg, is this the smartest thing we've ever done? Doing a tier list that is purely American things and also super niche after that too? And so most of the people in chat have no idea what any of these things are.
Well,
smartest idea we've ever had, right?
Oh, why are you making me feel bad about my idea? If it was your idea, you could make fun of it, but you shouldn't. This one was my idea, so now you're just making me feel like I had a bad idea.
All right, I have it pulled up, so you could just show your thing here. Hey, stop watching my stream.
I thought I shared the.
You must have shared the wrong screen. You're good. You're good.
Okay, hold on. Jeez, one hit after another, friends.
You're doing great. I didn't mean that to be, to be bad. I think this is a great idea. Hey, Micah. Thank you. Oh my God, Matt posted a photo of a sequoia that is so fucking huge. There's a person up there. And down there. In the snow. Ryan bullying Meg. I'm sorry.
Moly.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. Did you get it?
I think so, but I thought I had it before, so.
I got it. All right, cool. It's going to be really hard to actually read the details, but
oh, sure.
You can read them out loud. Go for it. What do you got here?
So, S tier, I've got Zion, Yosemite, and Rocky Mountain.
Cool.
My 3 faves.
What do you love so much about Rocky Mountain?
Well, that's like the one national park we would go to a lot growing up. And by a lot, I mean like 2 or 3 times over my childhood. But so I just have a lot of like nostalgic memories of hiking with my family.
Megan
at Rocky
took
Mountain.
me to Rocky Mountain a couple of years ago, and I got to see it. Megan did a role reversal thing. She got to be the parent. I'm just kidding. She got to be the person showing off the place. It's so incredible.
It's beautiful.
It's
like it's picture perfect, just mountains, just so cool. There are a lot of, I think, fairly accessible hikes in Rocky Mountain,
and then some super hard ones.
Oh, there are some super hard ones, but there are like a lot of like 3-mile hikes that are beautiful. That like
Megan, I'm going to tell you a story that I'm sure Megan once shared with the entire internet, which is that Megan took her first edible inside of Rocky Mountain National Park and became fucking obsessed with the geologic feature known as an alluvial fan. Google it if you want. Megan could probably tell you all of it from memory because she fucking...
My favorite waterfall is in Rocky Mountain, and it's drivable. You can drive right up to it, and it's actually a man-made dam, or it was a lake at the top that was dammed, and then when there was some flooding in like the 80s, it flooded down, and so it's this beautiful waterfall, and it's cool because my dad's been going to Rocky Mountain since he was like 20, so he remembers before this happened, but so there's. The name of it's an alluvial fan.
Alluvial fan.
You can look it up. The
Meg's
structure of kind of how the rocks like spread out down.
Of alluvial fans. She read it to me out loud, the entirety of the Wikipedia article and other sources as well.
But also I couldn't stop thinking about Sprite.
She wanted Sprite so badly.
And alluvial fans.
She wanted it. No, we're just talking THC edibles. That's all I'm brave enough for, Judge.
Yeah, so those are my 3 S tier parks. Those are like
I got
those
disconnected.
are my like must see, you gotta go, you don't want to miss this parks.
Sure. I got disconnected from your stream for some reason. Can you hear me?
Year. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I just can't see your stream. I don't know why.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Yep. Great question, Duke. I need to send you a DM about that. Megan's gonna try and get this figured out, and our dogs are losing their minds too. So anyway, she had, I think, Zion, Yosemite, and oh no, she's Hero is howling at I can narrate for you what's happening in Meg's screen right now. And Rocky, thank you, Micah. Hero just barked at a dog walking by outside. We have like a command for Hero to not bark at them, which is called hush. Which works about 30% of the time. She said hush. He continued to bark. She threw her cover down on the ground because she was pissed. And then I think she went and put him in his crate. And now she's back. You're muted.
I didn't put him in his crate. I just buzzed him with the thing.
Hero Kingsley heard the buzz and he's scared.
Did he? Aw.
All right. I have your screen back up, so we can go back.
Okay, cool.
Duke, let's chat about that in a second. All right, so you got Zion, Yosemite, and Rocky Mountain. S tier. I love it.
Yes, absolutely. Must see. Need to go. Would go back all the time.
Cool.
A tier. I have Acadia in Maine,
Which is northeast, and the incredible leaves in the fall.
Yeah, and I was able to go in the fall with some friends a couple years ago, and it's really beautiful, and I would love to go back. I don't know, it's probably on my tier list. It's probably the one that's the lowest on the A list. In all honesty, I don't know, because I like the other ones better.
Yeah.
I think it could float between. To me, it was similar to like the Smoky Mountains, so I think those two could easily be flip-flopped.
Yeah. Very beautiful, but also sure, okay.
Beautiful, but not just not as overwhelmingly. Zion, Yosemite, Rocky Mountain, those will like strike the fear of God.
Yeah.
Or the absence
Zion
of God
literally
into you.
the thing that Zion did for me is like I felt like I was in an actual version of heaven in Zion. I'm not a religious person, but I'm a semi-spiritual person. But like I've had religion in my life, but Zion makes me religious again. That's Zion.
Yeah. They're just like those truly awe-inspiring places.
The other thing about Zion, I'm just going to nerd out about it real quick because it's fresh on our minds. Zion, all desert everywhere. But like 6 rivers all coincide and merge into the Virgin River down the middle of the canyon. And so it's like hot, cactus, sand, hot shit, sun out all the time. And then in the canyon, it's just like everything is so green. There's water like trickling down the walls. There's hanging vines of
it's
greenery.
really cool.
It's just like you stepped into a little oasis. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyways.
My other A tiers: Grand Teton, Glacier.
Is that Grand Canyon actually?
And Grand Canyon.
Teton?
It's Grand Teton,
sorry.
Grand Canyon,
I see.
Glacier.
Gotcha.
Both Grands.
But the Grands are pretty grand.
Both the Grands and the Glacier. I
Glacier's
agree.
cool.
Glacier's beautiful. It's awesome. To me, it felt less accessible or less easy to like feel how cool it was because it's just so big and like a little overwhelming in terms of pure size of the park, but it's awesome too. Teton's beautiful. Grand Canyon's incredible scale on another and just in the opposite direction.
Yeah, instead of standing at the top at the base of a big mountain, you're standing at the top of an enormous ditch. All right, what do you got for
B tier? I have Yellowstone, Bryce,
which we both talked about a little bit. Yeah, Great Smoky Mountain, which is very cool. The Smokies are one of the most incredible mountain ranges. Unfortunately, they don't have the like exposed granite of Yosemite or like exposed sandstone of Zion, and they're just like big fucking mountains.
Yeah.
And you like spin so long. Like I think the Smokies are like the oldest mountain range we have, right? Am I right about that?
Yeah. I think that's true in the U.S.
Oh, we dropped quality. Uh-oh. All right, Meg, you're really gonna have to tell us which one we're looking at because I see 2 frames.
Yeah. Oh, those are
pixels.
some blurs. And then I also put Denali as B tier. I've been to Denali in Alaska, and
which I would love to see someday. Yeah.
Honestly, I would love to go back. My experience with Denali was we did an Alaskan cruise, and then we took a train up to Denali, and we were there just like 2 nights. We did 1 hike. It was very hot. Actually, we were there in like the summer, and they were having record-breaking heat waves. It was like 90. So I don't feel like I got any sort of true experience of Denali because it's.
Oh, you're so right, Matt. I'm dumb. It's the Appalachian, of course.
Wait, isn't that part of Great Smoky though?
Smokies is the south part of it, right?
I think that. Yeah.
Or is Smoky the name for? They're a sub-range of the Appalachian. There you go.
I was going to say it's
Great
part of
Smoky
the
is a sub-range
Appalachian
of the
Mountains. Yeah.
Appalachian. Yeah. There you go. You're right.
Yeah. You guys are saying the same thing.
I can't see your thing, so talk me through it.
Anyway, so Denali is B tier. But that's more just like I didn't really feel like I even got a chance to scratch the surface of Denali. C tier, Mammoth Cave. Arches and
Mammoth Cave is
Glacier
worth
Bay.
visiting though if you are in Kentucky.
Those Arches, I mean, they're both beautiful, beautiful places. They're just, to me, they're more like a one-day experience.
You're
where
not going
like,
to go a second day to Mammoth Park. That's exactly, or to Mammoth Cave.
Yeah.
Right.
And Arches, you surely could do more time at, and we just didn't have the time to do it. But to me, those feel like kind of more isolated, one-off, like quick visit. Whereas, like I said, Zion, Yosemite, Rocky Mountain, I could go back every year and not feel like I've done it enough.
Yeah.
Glacier Bay, we cruised through when I was in Alaska.
Is that on your? That's
in my C. That's still my C tier. And it's really cool. I mean, if you ever get a chance to see the glaciers like calving into the bay, which means like the pieces falling off.
Oh, look at her. She's alluvial fanning this shit. Calving. Glaciers calving.
It's really neat, but it's another thing where the scale is really, really hard to fathom because you're kind of like standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon. You're like, that doesn't look that big. And then they tell you like the piece of ice that just broke off weighs like however many ton, like
hundreds of tons, thousands of tons. Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit. So I think that one again is like more just an accessibility issue that it's rated there. And then Gateway Arch F
tier.
It's
an arch. It is a man-made
it's a man-made metal arch.
It's a man-made metal arch.
Seems kind of like a one-off little
thingy there. All right, you wanna hear mine?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so here's what I got. I have S tier, Zion, Yosemite, and Rocky Mountain, which were the same three for both of us.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put Grand Canyon there too because I have a deep and abiding love for the Grand Canyon, and also I've been to the bottom of it, which I think increases your enjoyment. Getting to the bottom of the Grand Canyon and sitting in the river as it flows by at 44 degrees Fahrenheit. This like. And the air around you is 114 degrees Fahrenheit is insane. Gary says that the St. Louis Arch is S tier, in my opinion, because you hugged it. Let me ask you something, Gary. Did it hug you back?
Did it hug you back?
No. F tier. A tier for me. I have Bryce Canyon, which we just visited. Very cool. Glacier. Of these, though, I think Bryce is maybe the weakest. Glacier, Grand Teton, and Great Smoky are the same shit for me. They're different areas, but it's the same shit. Incredible mountain ranges. Lots of access to the mountains with lots of different cool hikes. And you're just like, I'm a happy person when the horizon is not a straight line and I live in fucking Indiana. So yeah. And Bryce Canyon is cool too. B tier, Yellowstone, for reasons discussed. It's like the old style national park. Like you go, Yellowstone is like a car tour, you know? Just like tour around. Sounds good, Matt. Now we're gonna have to do oatmeal flavors as tier list here soon. What else? Badlands. Badlands is cool. It's kind of a little empty, but it's cool. It's cool. I did it on a big trip with my parents a long time ago. Arches, which we've talked about, and Mammoth Cave and Sequoia, which are all three like one thing. Like you talked about, you visit one thing, it's neat. You wouldn't come back for a second day, probably. Indiana Dunes is not an F tier because it is in my home state, and I love it. And Heroes barking. Joshua Tree, I tell you, I needed to do more drugs. Kings Canyon is interesting. Kings Canyon is like, it's in the same range as Yosemite, but it is much less cool. And so it's like a B minus Yosemite, which is still really neat. It's cooler than where I live. And then we have St. Louis at the last one. Meg, where do you want to go next? This is our list. But where do you want to go next?
Well, we were talking. I want to go to well, okay. Where I want to go next versus most plausible to go next.
Yeah.
I think we need to go to Cuyahoga Valley, which is in Ohio.
Which is the one in Ohio, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you spell it again?
It's
with a C.
Yeah.
There.
Where I really want to go, like top of my list in terms of places on this that I look at and I want to go, Crater Lake.
In Oregon. Yeah. I would say
Um,
the Northwest for sure. Pacific Northwest ones would be cool.
Yeah,
Mount
Olympic.
Rainier, Olympic.
Mount Rainier. Yeah.
Um,
I also really want to go to Voyagers, although I hear it's kind of miserable and just like full on mosquitoes all the time.
where is that? Is that Minnesota? What does that say?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's Minnesota.
Crater Lake is stunning. Oh man. This is just them planning more trips. Megan's literally, she's getting out the notebook right now. She's planning another trip. Although obviously like the Alaska ones would be incredible, but not super doable. I would love to go to Everglades someday for sure.
Yeah, we thought about it.
Anyways. Hey guys, thanks for coming to our holy shit lost. Hello. Thank you for the, oh my God, 20 months subscribed.
Butts. Is that how you greet people after not seeing them for so long? Yes.
Butts. Thank you, Lost. Butts, how are you? Thanks for coming to our tier list. Hey Meg, thanks for tier listing with me. This is fun.
Thanks. And I will say, if anybody is like national parks or like Yosemite, I've never heard of that. Cough, cough, Duke. You should just go watch Free Solo.
Free Solo with Alex Honnold climbing up El
Free
Cap,
Solo.
truly the like sheerest face of rock. Oh my God!
Even if
yeah.
you're not in it for sports movies, it's just a beautiful movie. Like you get some really awesome perspective shots of Yosemite that are just really, really pretty.
All right, so we've spent like 45 minutes when we said we were going to spend 15. So thank you for doing this with me. This has been fun.
Thanks for having me. Let's play Grounded.
See ya.